Mia, Martha, welcome. Welcome to Morning Mindset. We've got all the M's in here today. I am feeling good this morning. I've honestly been doing a lot of stuff over the weekend, a lot of manifestations coming in. As you know, morning mindset is something I like to talk about in terms of manifestations, and we are unpacking a brand new topic. So if you're not aware, my name is Michelle Dale. You are inside Virtual Co-working Space, where we are broadcasting from the Morning Mindset Room, and this is where we help virtual assistants to level up in their business, lifestyle, and mindset. We are starting a brand new topic this week, and the topic is the unfolding. We are talking about the unfolding of manifestations, and I'm in my groups a lot. I hang out in my groups and I look at what people are talking about in there. Most people rarely share their wins. Most people rarely go in and say, hey guys, by the way, I've got, a new client this week, or I've got this week. A lot of people focus on the problems. This is why marketing is primarily focused around people's problems, is because that's what people talk about. That's what people, that's what triggers people into wanting to solve problems, because you wouldn't want to change anything that's going super great, right? So we're talking about the unfolding, as in once you have decided what you want, the process that happens between getting it. So we talk about deciding what you want, setting your goals, setting your intentions, setting the thing that you want. And then we talk about this process of it's already happened, but you can't see it, right? And we unpacked this a little bit last week when I talked about things about, knowing who you are, even if you haven't got anything around you that tells you you're that identity. You just simply know. Like I used the analogy, like I'm a mother. I don't need my children in the same room as me to know I'm a mother. I just simply know that is me. That is who I am being. So you set your goal, and then you set who you're being, and you transfer yourself immediately into your being. Nikki, welcome. So once you are inside that being, it's so tricky to navigate and negotiate. I can't see my goal on the outside, but I know it's done, but I can't see it. So there's this like unfolding. We've talked about that middle ground, or the messy middle we've talked about, but now I really want to talk about the unfolding process of how things tend to happen. And we've noticed in ourselves, and I think you've probably noticed yourself as well, we're constantly manifesting, but the things that we truly want sometimes will happen quickly, other times will happen what we consider to be slowly, or in phases, or we see movement, or we see shifts and things like that, and then we say, oh, something's happening, and then the problem is we're looking for the next thing, because we think, oh, if it doesn't immediately happen, then maybe it's not happening. And then we end up so stressed with ourselves about, am I doing it right? Am I manifesting right? So I wanted to talk to you about the unfolding process. Now, the first thing I want to share with you, we go through this in 4 parts. I'm covering 4 parts of the unfolding. Today, we are talking about the very first thing that you need to understand about the unfolding. A lot of people will think that there is things outside of themselves that have to change in order for things to happen, or for the goal to happen. But once you have decided that that has already happened, your goal is already yours, you have decided that's what you're manifesting, that's what you want to create in your awareness and bring into your awareness, there is this unfolding process. And the very first part of it is to know, and I say this a lot myself, everything's working out for me. I tell you guys to say it, everything's working out for me. Because that's kind of what that's what the mainstream process is saying. But there is actually a slight blip or a slight error in that into the true meaning and true understanding. And everything is actually working out from you. Okay, so you are the center of everything. You are the only thing that matters in your world. You are the only thing that controls your world. So when you say everything is working out for me, that kind of like gives up to, well, something out there has to work out in order for me to get what I want. But actually, everything is working out from you. You are the center, you are the decider. As we talked about last week, you give everything meaning. You are the person that is being, that then creates those circumstances. So the first lesson this week in the unfolding is always remember everything is working out from you to get there for you. So it's about being super aware of what you're thinking, what you're saying about the situation, about the circumstances. And I'm going to give you some tips that are like really next level this week, because, you know, this is how I always see it for myself. And when things are supposedly going wrong, I'm going to share with you this week how you can see them that they are actually going right. So what you need to understand is whatever you want, successful business, successful lifestyle, personal life, successful relationships, all the money you want, all the fame you want, if you want that, whatever it is you want, everyone's different. Like I always think there is never any cookie cutter. If we're going to say cookie cutter, we might say, sure, everyone wants to be healthy. Everyone wants to be wealthy. Nobody ever said, I really hope I stay poor, unless it's for some, you know, other righteous thing. You know, nobody ever says, I wish I was sick and poor and had no friends and nobody loved me. Nobody ever wants that, really. So in the general sense of things, there is this one understanding that everything is coming from you. The health, the success, the wealth, okay? And once you can understand and take that personal responsibility, you can really take an observational standpoint of your life and sit back and just observe your surroundings, because none of them are happening to you, they're happening from you. Okay, so it's really about observing, not to change anything, but to choose something different. I'm not happy with that version of my relationship. I choose a different version of my relationship. I'm not happy with this version of my health. I want to choose a different version of my health. I'm not happy with this version of my business. I'm going to choose a different version of the business. That is the choosing process, is you deciding what the outcome is. The unfolding process is what happens in between. But you have to understand, in the unfolding process, the outcome, your decision, your choice is always there and always solid, unless you say otherwise, as it's coming from you, as it's working outwards from you. So the shifts and the changes and the things that you see on the outside are simply working out from you so the end result comes into your awareness. So working out from you means, what am I saying to myself? Am I saying this isn't working? Then that's exactly right. It's not working, and you're making that happen. Nothing outside of you is decided for it not to work. Nothing outside of you has said, no, that person doesn't deserve that, so we're going to take control of the situation here. You're all in control. Get up in your head about it. You know, take some personal responsibility here. Think about if there's something outside of yourself, or you're coming into a place outside of yourself where you're observing and you're looking and things aren't looking quite right. They're not in alignment with the goal, and then you're telling yourself the goal hasn't happened. Like, that's wrong. That's wrong. The goal has happened, but you keep changing it in your mind because you're focusing on the goal, and then looking around going, well, it's not here. That becomes the new goal. As soon as you say it's not here, I can't see it, it's not working, I don't have the clients, I don't have the money, I don't have this, that is you saying it from you, I don't want those things. So you've cancelled out your big picture goal in favor of small problems. So what you need to do is what we're going to discuss this rest of the week, okay? So make sure you watch tomorrow's morning mindset. But the first thing you need to understand in this process of unfolding, step one, everything is working out from you, okay? That's the first thing we need to grasp. So really think about the circumstances and how you may have created those circumstances through repetitive thoughts, feelings, recycling past experiences over and over again in your mind, or expecting things to be the same, never expecting the best, never assuming that things are going to change. You sit there assuming the same old things, and the same old things keep occurring because that's working out from you. Everything is working out. Everything is working out. This is the thing you need to know. It's all working out perfectly from you. Personal responsibility week this week, but don't worry, because I know this is a super difficult topic, and I know everyone's probably thinking like, okay, well, it's really hard to unsee what I see. I understand this. So we're going to talk about in the rest of this week some things that are going to help you not unsee, but see things from a different perspective. Okay, I'm going to leave it at there. We're going to do our accountability now. Get your journals at the ready. It's very important. I've got mine with me. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me on this Sunday. This has really made my Sunday. Because normally I'm here, all I can say is just Nikki. But it's so good to see you back here again, Martha and Mia. Thank you so much for being here too. And Nikki and everybody, if you're watching the replay, join me back here tomorrow for another morning mindset. And in the meantime, let's do our accountability. Take care, guys, and have a beautiful day. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before. Thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment.
And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.